What's going on, guys? My name is Croopadoop, and today we're talking about Overwatch. Today, on June 14th, 2016, the patch 1.0.4 has been released by Blizzard, and with this patch comes a couple balancing changes to McCree and Widowmaker. Let's jump right into it. This is basically the bulk of the update. There are a few other things. I'll have a link in the description to the patch notes from Blizzard, but I think that the most important things to cover on this patch are going to be the balancing changes. So to start off with, on McCree, the recovery time, which is the time before the player can reload, this has been reduced from 0.75 seconds to 0.3 seconds after McCree's Fan the Hammer animation completes. On top of this, the bullet damage for Fan the Hammer has also been reduced from 70 points to 45 points. That's a reduction of 35 points per bullet, if you're doing the math. If every bullet hits during Fan the Hammer, then the damage reduction is 210 damage points, which is pretty significant. That's a huge nerf, and that will change the competitive meta significantly. No longer should we really be seeing McCree taking down Reinhardts or Roadhogs, at least solo. However, only time will tell whether the buff to McCree's recovery time will make up for the difference on this damage nerf. If a player can land all 12 shots from Fan the Hammer, which is a total of 540 damage, they'll still take Reinhardt or Roadhog down. You'll need to be at point blank range probably for this to work, so it's a pretty unlikely scenario. I think that we'll probably see it every once in a while, but like I said, only time will tell. I think that overall this is a pretty good nerf to McCree. Some people were suggesting that maybe removing McCree's Fan the Hammer altogether and turning it into an ability might help, but I think that this is a good compromise, and I'm actually pretty happy at how quickly Blizzard were able to turn around this balance adjustment. So the next hero, and the other hero that has been rebalanced during this patch, is Widowmaker. And what has happened to Widowmaker is the base damage of her scope shots has been decreased from 15 damage points to 12. This is a difference of 30 damage on a fully charged body shot, 150 versus 120. And one body shot will no longer take out Tracer, Diva when she's out of her mech, or Zenyatta. And a lot of people are going to be really happy about this because Zenyatta already had mobility issues to begin with, and was really basically nullified by Widowmaker. Anytime the opposing team had a Zenyatta or had a Widowmaker, you could almost be positive that your Zenyatta would be nullified. However, although the base damage of the scope shots has been decreased, the headshot damage multiplier has been increased from 2 times to 2.5 times, which effectively will nullify the base damage reduction nerf. It effectively makes headshots unchanged, and you'll do 300 damage per headshot just like before the patch. Now these nerfs and buffs to Widowmaker will, in my opinion, make Tracer a better counter to her, especially now that Tracer has better survivability. In combination with her extreme mobility, she'll be pretty hard for Widowmaker to take down. And also, it'll increase the skill ceiling for good Widowmakers and make using her way more rewarding. Instead of everyone being able to be good with Widowmaker, you'll actually have to start going for headshots. If you notice the current meta right now, at least for most players that are playing Overwatch, of course, they'll most likely go for body shots because those are pretty easy to hit most of the time and way easier to hit than headshots on a moving target. So the best Widowmakers will now be able to shine and really get those awesome kill feeds, and I'm excited for this change. It'll make the competitive meta a lot more interesting. More or less right now in the competitive scene, you need to have a Widowmaker almost at all times. On attack, defense, no matter what game type you're playing, she can single-handedly take control of a game. So this should make her a bit more balanced with other options. One other notable change, and this was brought up by Steel TV a week or so ago. Mercy will no longer gain ultimate charge whenever damage boosting a teammate who is attacking a barrier or ice wall. So in Steel's video, which I'll also link in the description, he showed a Mercy buffing a soldier who was attacking an enemy Reinhardt shield, and Mercy's ultimate charge was increasing at an alarming rate. Let's just say that. I don't really know the application in normal play, whether this is really something that would happen very often, but at the same time, it needed to be dealt with. And Steel had claimed that they brought this up a long time ago about Mercy, but his video just came out a week ago, and Blizzard turned it around and came out with a fix for that pretty quickly. So I'm actually pretty impressed with Blizzard's responsiveness to the community's feedback. And I think that they're really giving a strong impression for how well this game will be supported. Hopefully the communication lines remain open and we continue seeing improvements to the game. On that note, a Diva buff has been mentioned by the developers, so that should be coming up next in the order of hero balancing adjustments. The rest of this video is just going to be more of me playing as Widowmaker. This is actually one of the first games that I've played with Widowmaker on the first day of me playing Widowmaker, so I'm still learning her. So be patient. I know that some of the moments in this gameplay have been a little boring, just me standing around. But, you know, playing as Widowmaker really quickly, if I can just touch on that really quick, is more, it reminds me of playing a general or something in the game. Like, I'm overseeing the entire battlefield, providing my team with vital information, and at the same time, I have incredible stopping power for the other team. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay and stick around. If not, that's okay too. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more news about Overwatch and tips videos. My name is Croopadoop. See you guys next time.
Gotta lose your ult whenever I get back there.
Alright, see you, dude.
Seconds remaining. No way we're gonna lose. No one can hide.
I think there are two coming on the left.
Tactical necessity. Pump up the volume.
10 seconds remaining.
We're gonna win. Come on, we need to get control of the point.
They're on it.
Oh, this is my jam.
Oh, he fucking ulted me, too. Hanzo above. He's on the side now.
Oh, let's break it. Damn.
Oh, I missed that.
Victory.
Nice.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Play of the game.
You need a highlight intro, dog.
Oh, let's break it.
Or like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, you killed her and saved my life right here.